Then she goes in and fights at the lights at the lights. Every night you fight, favorite sight, vivid sights, veggie shows and escapades. That's the arcade, pixelated party lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, let's extreme. Saturday gleams, so it's day gleams, so it seems nothing reams. Raise the channel, riot loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, I'm lost and found. Channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled.
Happy Thanksgiving! Happy holidays! Hopefully you are awake and well and not too hungover, and you made it through a pretty mellow Halloween evening. At least it was Halloween pretty mellow here where I lived. The streets were pretty empty. It was foggy. It was cold. Saw maybe 10 trick-or-treaters. We were watching the Dodgers game. Everybody was, a little... the number one topic of conversation was people who were scared to go out last night because of ice. So, yeah, we had ice in downtown. We had ice in Oxnard. So thanks for ruining Halloween. But now we're spiraling into the holidays. So it's my time to be cheerful and bright, and may all your Thanksgiving wishes come true. So, yeah, it's Saturday. It's time to make some new friends. Shout out some tabletop role-playing game channels. Make sure we stay on Santa's good list with Christmas just around the corner. And, spreads a little love, a little kindness, a little support. And if you appreciate the content that's coming out of my mouth on a daily basis, and you're feeling a little charitable with the holidays coming up, you could consider supporting the OGGM through the many ways, including the Ko-Fi and the Only Crits, and of course the 2 games that I have on sale, 3 games I have on sale on drive-thru. Links to everything I just mentioned down below. Thank you as always to Jeff's Gamebox for all these wonderful links. 92 of these we've done, guys, and at least 40% of them I owe to Jeff Gamebox. So if you haven't had a chance to go over there and subscribe to him, please subscribe to Jeff Gamebox and help him reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Let's go! Good morning, how are you? Bam! D&D Builds. D&D Builds has 40.3K subscribers, has made 296 videos. Just a Dungeons and Dragons channel making all sorts of Dungeons and Dragons content, but definitely plenty of ridiculous D&D builds. So let's get to builds. Here's got a build for Tokyo Ghoul, Guts, Peacemaker, Robin Hood, person I don't recognize, another character I don't recognize. Yeah, blah, blah. All right, so, these are very clever ways to take topic and pound it into a rule set of tabletop role-playing game of choice. In this case, D&D. If you scrub away the specific character, it's finding interesting ways to manipulate the system in front of you to create a unique type character. So builds are always fun. I've played a couple build characters where I followed a build step by step to get the desired results. It's like following a build guide for a video game. Of course, a lot of these depend also on being a specific level and having a specific set of equipment. But, it's clever. They're clever. And I mean, even if you're like, oh, blah, 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 breaking the system, power builds, I tend to ignore that and just focus on how the character reaches the goal of each individual they're trying to build. And does the system allow you to create that character? Now, obviously, D&D can't recreate these individuals because a lot of stuff is based upon cinematics, right? But does the finished character feel like, hey, I'm playing Peacemaker? And do these things actually work? I mean, obviously it works because this guy's got almost 50K subs, so he's doing something right. Way to go, dude. Thanks for sharing your creativity. Bam, there's a subscription for me. We appreciate it. Maybe somebody will do a D&D build, the OGGM. What classes do you think I'd be? Commoner. We know my stats. 9 strength, 10 dex, 12 con, 4 intelligence. Moving on, we've got, bam, Two Little Mice, the makers of Outgunned, they have a YouTube channel where I guess they talk about their games. The YouTube channel has been up since 2013. Wow. And they only have 2.3K subscribers and have only made 95 videos. And they, of course, talk about their product. Here they are talking about Household. Here they are talking about these Outgunned superheroes, which is supposed to be really good. Here's them talking about their other games. Basically, Outgold, Momentum Moria, which is another game they made, and Household. Household, and we talked about, I love the concept of Household. Little things, having adventures. Heard nothing but good things about the Outgunned superhero system. Liked a lot of what I saw when we did the review of Outgunned. So, yeah, they've got a YouTube channel that's been around for a long time, and they've, So if you are a fan of the Two Little Mice role-playing game product line, here you could check out their website and see, some insights. Doesn't look like they spend a lot of time over here. The last time they posted everything is a month ago, and then before that, 5 months ago. So I guess they only really post when they have product that is about to come out. And other than that, it's just not something where people regularly associate. They might have another channel where they do like how our system works videos, stuff like that, and live plays. But this seems to be more just, hey, here it is. We made a thing. We're going to talk about the thing. And then, but anyways, they talk about their thing. And that's cool because you might want to watch a video about how to understand the system that they have made and stuff like that. So that's cool. Outgunned, if you're out there and you ever want to come on my channel and talk about your Outgunned or Household, it'll be interesting to have two mice on my YouTube channel talking about their game, squeak 'em, squeak 'em, squeak 'em, squeak. How did you type these out with those teeny little mouse hands, right? These are questions we want to know. So if you're within the sound of my voice, creators of Two Little Mice, and you want to come and talk about your system, especially your superhero system, I'd love to have you. And maybe I could, scram some free stuff out of you. Anyways, bam, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for being awesome. We appreciate everything you guys have done for us. Moving on. We've got Fables D20. And your eyes are not mistaken. Those are the little gold things. I mean, these guys have won awards. So this is a 56.2K subscribers. Sweet mother of toast. 535 videos. They do actual play, state-of-the-art miniatures, video editing, sound design, music, creating an immersive cinematic experiences. It's fantasy, doing live plays. So here's them doing a live play a month ago, talking about Shoutout, talking about Shoutout, talking about Shoutout. Where's the actual live play? Here it goes. Oh, here we go. Here's a live play. 4 months ago. Not a lot of live play on the live play channel. Last time I actually did. These look like some kind of cartoon. Wizards in the Arcane War. I guess this is them talking about their game. And then here's an actual live play down here 6 months ago. Obviously, heavily, we've got lighting, we've got sound, we've got a stage, we've got everything very curtailed. So, yeah, they talk about the product and then they do role playing. Live plays are always interesting. Everybody's trying to copy the success of our neighbors in Calabasas. If I squint just the right angle from where Site B is, I can almost see the hills of Calabasas, which was where they at least lived at one point in time. I don't know if they still live in Calabasas, but yeah. So trying to recapture the magic of Critical Role. Sounds very, studio organized, so expect the same level of quality. Playing their role-playing game. So that's cool. We appreciate that. Say what you want about live plays. At least they're out there doing it. And they won some awards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we knew there were awards for this. I didn't know there was that many. But they have won awards for their live play. I don't know what that means. It would probably guess layout or best setup, best editing, best sound effects, best storytelling. Well, congratulations on your awards. I won awards, not for gaming, but I've won awards, mostly for my poetry and my outside gaming stuff. Yes, I do have a life outside gaming. Oh my God. Nonsense. No, you don't, OGGM. Stop lying. Okay. Here we have Public Radio Role Playing. They've got 1.7K subscribers. They've got 1K videos. They do a podcast. rpgRPG Role Playing Public Radio is a podcast covering tabletop role-playing games, reviews, advice. They've won an award. They've got award-winning game designers working for them. They've got 100 different systems that they've reviewed so far. They've got some names. Loberant's Dissidents, Greg Stoltz, James Wallace. They're on Blue Sky and YouTube and the Twitter and the Twitch. And here's them with a little cartoon. And we've got the female barbarian looking at the wizard. The wizard's got a hole in his chest. We've got a gecko holding a magic wand. We've got a guy over here getting eaten by a mimic. And we got this poor guy hanging for the thing. So they got a whole little cartoon things going on here. They interviewed Kelsey 2 months ago. Hi, Kelsey. I don't remember. Did I interview Kelsey? I think I tried to. Let's see. They've got an actual play of Labyrinth Signal Alienation of the Flesh. And then they did a Gen Con wrap-up. And then they did a podcast here, reviewing Fiasco. Here's them doing another live play. Here's them doing another live play. Here's them doing Salvage Union with this cool at with a boat on top of it. That's cool and clever. Tales from the Loop, my favorite. So yeah, there's a lot of live play. It looks like they do 1 or 2 live plays of each system to see how it works. And then they move on to another system. So they're reviewing games by actually playing them and then talking about it. And that's cool. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing your lovely product with us and helping us understand games out there maybe a little better, because sometimes we don't understand what we're looking at unless somebody talks about it and shows us what you can and can't do with the system. Now, I think we've reached the point that there's no difference between podcast and what I do. I mean, it's me talking into the ether, hoping people listen and occasionally maybe comment. And a podcast is people talking to the ether, hoping people listen and occasionally comment. There are stuff made to broadcast your podcast. There's stuff made to broadcast your video, but we're, all applying to the same general audience, hoping that you guys like what we're doing. And the only difference is a YouTuber, you can see videos, and a podcast earlier was just sound, but now podcasts can show videos and people put their podcasts on YouTube. So is there a difference now? I don't think so, but what do I know? At least you're doing something with your creativity, and that's fucking awesome. Thank you for sharing your creativity from us and showing us new and different wacky ways to appreciate the technology and the growth and evolution of the role-playing game hobby. I like that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Bam! Finally! Hey, there we go. This guy's got 159 subscribers. This is the kind of guy that needs our help. Let's help this guy reach 1,000 subs. He says, Tabletop is a weekly show dedicated to bringing you the latest and best tabletop role-playing game. Painting, assembling of miniatures, unboxing, talking about news. Hey, that's me. Maybe he, got his idea from me. Doubtful. And it's hosted by Jake Combs. Don't know who that is, but whatever. And here we've got his little icon. There we go. Jake has been doing this since 2018. 2018, he's got 252 videos. Jake deserves more than that. Let's help him hit 1,000. Let's see. Last time he published was 2 weeks ago, where he was talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show, reviewing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is celebrating its anniversary, I believe. Is it better with friends? Absolutely. The only way to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show is with an audience, with the audience participation. Because if you just watch the movie as it is, Other than the songs, it's just okay. It's not really great. It's the interaction that makes it. I used to love it, but then I grew out of it. Here's him talking about Lord of the Rings 5e versus the One Ring, unboxing the One Ring, do Middle Earth, Coriolis, Outgunned, Walking Dead. So he does the same thing I do. He reviews games, talks about games, talks about the news, and generally just tries to share his love and passion for the hobby with you, and hopes that you appreciate it. And help him help a brother out, help him hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, we see people shoot up to 1,000, 2,000 subs in days. So 160 to 1,000, this guy can do it. Come on, Table Talk, you can do it. We appreciate you talking about the hobby, showing your love for the hobby. That's what this is all about. And speaking of that's what this is all about, if you appreciate the nonsense that's coming out of my mouth, consider supporting me through the links down below. And as always, thank you to our hero, Miss Ironmouse, for originally giving us the idea to start doing this way back at Site A when I was just starting to do the YouTube thingy, and I was watching all these videos of people just talk shit about other people, and I was like, how come nobody's saying good things? Let's go to some channels and say nice things. Let's try and be kind. Let's try and spread some positivity. Let's try and make friends. Let's try and get people who want to talk to us about the same thing without being, hurtful. So yeah, that's why we do this. And we got this idea from Ironmouse, as you know, because I've told the story a few thousand times. So thanks, Mouse, for the idea. Thanks in each and every one of you for spending Saturday morning with me. It's like Saturday morning cartoons, but not as entertaining. I'm sure like me, you're probably cold, tired, maybe a little hungover, maybe a little sick from eating too much candy, maybe a little depressed. And now you're looking at the holiday decorations going up and the Christmas lights going up, and you're realizing, dear God, I got to start thinking about Christmas. I got to start planning for Thanksgiving. Where did the time go? 2025 is almost over, and we got daylight savings time tomorrow. So hopefully you are well. Oh, I got a comment. Hello, comment. I've been SI Science has been doing a solo role play. Have you ever played one? Yeah, I did a solo role play Villains and Vigilantes about a year ago, and a solo role play Shadow Dark about a year ago, but didn't really garner the interest. So either I did something wrong or my audience isn't really interested in watching me do solo play. So I went back to doing what I do. I suppose we could always try visiting the solo play environment in 2026. I don't know what we're going to do in 2026. I was thinking of maybe restarting the Twitch channel up, but after what happened at TwitchCon, I'm like, do I really want to support these guys? Besides, I don't do video games, and it's like, if you don't do video games, that seems to be what people want to watch, is video games. So yeah, but we'll see. We'll see where we are this time next year. Speaking of next year, help me hit 2,300 subs by January 1st, and we'll do something crazy. Anyways, stay safe out there. Stay warm, stay dry, stay healthy, stay happy, stay awesome, and I'll talk to you all later. A little hungover. See ya.
Electric beats, bustin' streets, endless streets, midnight beats, living heat, hearts beat, bleed, polyphonic needs, siren beats, rhythm sweet, Saturday seats, beat retreats, makes us complete. Blazing trails, no fails, neon veils, waves of gales, color tales, joyous tales, endless rails, like a veil, Saturday sail, we hell breaking jails. Break the tail.